Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Steins Gate. Today's video is really awesome where it's been a couple days and I've mostly forgotten what we were last doing. So I'm just gonna jump right in and not really know anything and just go. Oh, hang on. Receiving mail. I want to hear more about time machines next time, okay? It's a promise. See you, Moag. In less than 30 minutes, Kurisu and I... It's not Carousel. It's Kurisu and I are the only ones left in the lab. Hey, assistant. You're not going back to your hotel? Is that a problem? No problem. I was just wondering what we were doing here. Oh, excuse me. That was that pizza. Nothing. I just wanted to think for a bit. Can't you think of your hotel? I mean, yes. What? You kicking me out? I get it. You'd be lonely in your hotel room, but you have no friends, so you want me, the great Hououin Kyouma, to look after you. Isn't that right, you spoiled celeb Seth? You're the lonely one. Aren't you? Aren't you lonely? You've been acting gloomy all day. You need some advice? I'm an outsider, in a sense, so it should be easier to talk to me, right? Not sure I follow the logic, but sure. A man getting advice from a younger woman is kind of mumble. But if you're fine with that, then just ask away. Aren't you younger by like 1 year? How'd she have to be such a smartass? She has a mocking grin on her face. I need to send some emails if you insist on staying here. And be quiet and stay out of my way, okay, zombie? All your stupid names, that one's the worst. Despite her complaint, Kurisu makes no move to leave. I thought that was the word notes. She sits down on the sofa and starts reading a massive technical book. On closer inspection, I realize it's in English. It's the guide to... I was going to say fortification, but you know what? It's the guide to fortifications. Of the sexual kind. Maybe my assistant isn't a genius, but just an extreme studier. Want some coffee? You know what? It's a fine line, because to be smart, you must remember facts. That's, you can't just be smart off of like nothing alone. You have to remember facts and not just like names for stuff, because I'm good at retaining some facts about some things, and like I have great ideas, but I'm not good with the names and terminology stuff. Sure. I make some instant coffee for Kurisu. I take a fresh Dr. P out of the refrigerator for myself and sit down in front of the computer. I'm so out of breath right now. Alright, it's because I ate a pizza like an hour ago, and it hasn't settled yet. It hasn't digested yet. Alright, let's do what needs to be done. I only hope this doesn't get undone, too. My plan is to follow Suzuya's advice. Get in touch with Tighter. After all, what I'm experiencing right now could have something to do with the many worlds interpretation. Which would mean that Kurisu sitting over there isn't the same Kurisu with whom I discussed the Lotto 6. But is possibly the same one as the other stuff. Or a different one, but the conversation happened regardless. And it would mean that this lab isn't the lab where we discussed it. How can that be? What's wrong with you? Stop fidgeting. Kurisu glances at me coldly. I mean, I guess you could call that cold. I don't know, it looks more like disinterest. Damn it. She's looking at me like I'm a perv again. Disinterest. Keep telling her I'm not a perv. I'm Hououin Kyouma. Anyway, why am I the only one who remembers what happened? That's another question I'll ask John Tighter. I don't know if he's a real time traveler, but he did help with the IBM 5100, so I'm inclined to trust him. What should I write? Should I tell him everything? In any case, worrying about it won't solve anything. Enough stalling. I take out my phone. Start typing up a message. Question. Thanks for the intel on the IBM 5100. The code is from CERN's database. In other news, I've successfully built a machine since emails have passed. My god, you're moving too quickly. Okay. When we change the past by sending an email, does that change the world line? I noticed some events were undone. Does that mean the world line changed? You said the many worlds interpretation is correct, but I'd like to hear the proof, if you don't mind. I decided to chug my soda. Now I wait for his reply. I checked the @channel thread just to make sure, but Tighter hasn't posted recently. That was a pretty heavy sigh. That was a burp, Karasu. It was a burp. My stomach is full. Karasu says without lifting her eyes from her book. Maybe I should tell her about that, about how that D-mail changed the past. And about how she seems to have lost her memories about it. Why am I considering talking to Karasu? Because I don't think Mayuri or Daru would understand this problem. Karasu, on the other hand, might be able to form a hypothesis. That's what I hope. Oh. Just then my phone rings. Hello? Okabe. I made a terrible mistake. Mistake. Is it about the phone wave and any subject to change? Is it related to the phenomenon I experienced earlier? I gulp. I know it's pathetic for a mad scientist to show anxiety, but I just can't help it. I lick my dry lips and wait for Daru to speak. Actually, I left my wallet at the lab. Oh, goody. It's another non-issue.
No.
What? I can't go to May Queen like this. Can you bring me my wallet? I'll buy you a drink. That was a great sound. I'm gonna listen to that again. I'm gonna listen to that one more time. Yes. Go jump in the river. Shout and hang up. Damn it. I got stressed for nothing. Right afterwards, my phone rings again. Yeah, I'm not delivering your wallet, okay? I don't need to read any of that. Oh. It's you. You're with Daru, right? You don't have to lend that dumbass any money, okay? Okay. So, Okabe, I was wondering if you cheered up. Did you hug Upa like I said? No. I'm a mad scientist full of madness and science. That's good. If you're worried about anything, talk to Mayushi, okay? Mayushi doesn't understand hard things, but she does understand Ocarine. And also, speaking in the third person like a crazy person. You understand me. Sure, we've been together since we were little after all. I'm hanging up. Work hard now. Thanks, bye. I just did my normal voice and I was really concerned. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, I had a surreal moment where none of this was a game and I was just on a phone. And I'm like, okay, bye. I had no brain in there. She thinks she knows me. Okabe, you're grinning. Oh, you.
Look.
Nonsense, Celeb Sev. Don't call me Celeb Sev. I have to call you something, and you keep refuting the names I give you. Oh, God. Excuse me. I was going to tell Karasu the truth, but now I've changed my mind. Mad scientist Hououin Kyouma would never grin at the words of a mere hostage like Mayuri. Hostage? Weird choice of word there.
You look
like a girl in love waiting for an email from her boyfriend. She sure likes to attack me for every little thing. You're really that desperate for attention? Hang on. It's from Mayuri, hang on. You know, I've been working at May Queen for 3 months as of today. The other girls threw a party. I can't believe I've been maid for 3 months. Time sure flies by, but don't worry, Mayushi's still Ocarina's hostage full. She says it too, what the fuck? Why can't I get it? You know what? I'm gonna reply to the 3 months bit. A party after just 3 months? Ridiculous. I don't see how that deserves congratulations. You girls are crazy. It's really rude, but I feel like this would be a thing he'd actually say. And Miri's gonna take it like, oh, he's just a weird, crazy person. Just getting revenge. Always making fun of me, so I deserve at least this much. Despite what you may think, I actually respect you. That's rich, you don't even say my name right. I'm sorry about that. Kirsu lifts her face and stares at me in shock. Oh. That's unexpected. You actually apologized. I do apologize, but I can't help it. For my brain has recorded you as my assistant, Christina, and I cannot correct it. Wait, hang on. There it is. I fucking love his laugh. Crack your skull open and stick electrode into it. God, I just had a stroke. But the threat is still real. I'll still do that. A major part of the brain, hippocampus, governs memory and spatial navigation. Oh shit, really? I'm great at the second thing, but not at the first thing. So what does that tell you? After their silly exchange, John Titor's mail arrives. I quickly open the mail. Greetings, Kyouma. Can you tell me exactly how you changed the past? I'd like to verify that what you said is true. You sent an email today. It was to arrive last Tuesday. I'll just fucking wait. God, there's a lot of words. I'm just gonna take a sip of orange juice here. Kudos to anyone who can read that quickly. So I sure as hell can't. Not even in my head. I read it at a similar rate in my head as I do out loud. You know, on most days. I sent it, oh, that's the period from the previous sentence. Last Tuesday, 170 hours ago. It contained the winning numbers for the third place prize of that night's Lotto 6 drawing. The moment we sent the email, my associates who had helped plan the experiment and I hate how the words were, and watched me send it, instantly forgot that any of that had happened. When I checked, I found that the email had vanished from my phone's send history. I know for a fact it arrived in the past, as my friend bought a Lotto 6 ticket based on information I had given him. He got one of the numbers wrong, but otherwise it was an exact match. Who are you talking to?
John Titor.
John Titor. Oh, that crazy person you like to talk to. Wait, no way. He's open to discussion as long as you're not trying to troll him. And his mail address is public. This is the second time we've exchanged mails. No wonder you keep referencing Titus' posts. You believe him, don't you? Not entirely, but there are several points in the story I do agree with.
フィクションにしか思えないけど。
I can't see it as anything but fiction. Oh, instantly. That's very interesting. From the events you described, it sounds like you did indeed change the past. I suspect that the email you sent changed divergence. If only a little. Bravo! The instant your email arrived in the past, you shifted from your original world line to an ever so slightly different world line. On this world line, you received an email from the future containing the lot of 6 numbers. You told your friends the numbers, perhaps because you didn't quite trust the email. But your friend got a number wrong when he purchased the ticket. The original email likely disappeared from your send history when the world line changed. All of this makes sense. The one thing I don't understand is how you kept your memories of the previous world line. Just so we're clear, you are telling the truth, yes? Here we go. Yes, it's all my memories from before the past changed. That's truth. By the way, this is actually the second time this has happened. You traveled 26 years into your past. Have you experienced something similar? Also, what effect do you think my intentional manipulation of the timeline might have? And then we wait. And then get email the exact same instant. I've confirmed that divergence is currently 0.571015%. Cannot tell what the value was before you changed the past. This is because I, like your friends, have no memories of the world line before you changed the past. In the case of physical time travel, memories are retained even in the world line changes. That's been proven by my own experience. But in the case of an email like the one you sent, the time traveler changes the past without actually traveling through time. That thing I was talking about. A situation that scientists in my time never even considered. It wasn't necessary, since the invention of the time machine in 2034 gave us a means of physical time travel. So I'm afraid that I have no idea how to explain the phenomenon you've been experiencing. Oh, man, I wish I were sleeping. I'm so tired. And deprived of oxygen. How exactly do you measure divergence? Where do those numbers come from? This is a part of the game where we only receive email back and forth. Oh. Strictly speaking, I was not being entirely accurate when I wrote that the Everett wheel model is accepted in my time. The first functional time machine was completed in 2034. In the 2 years following that breakthrough, your understanding of the universe's structure grew dramatically. In 2036, scientists proved that the universe is comprised of attractive fields, which describe the extent of world-line convergence. This theory was first proposed in 2020. Hey, I could propose this theory right now. I got half a year left. A little less than that, but it's fine. Sorry, I forgot to answer your question. I have a meter that measures divergence. A reading of 0% divergence corresponds to the world line I originally came from. In other words, it's a subjective, not absolute measurement. This tool can only indicate the current divergence. Oh, okay. He went back to reply to the first one. Oh, I put quotations on it after the fact. Nice. Please explain these attractor fields. How do they affect the world lines? Put simply, attractive fields are the focal point of world line convergence. Their existence is responsible for phenomena previously known as fate and chance. There's no real point in making small changes to a world line. Due to convergence, small changes do not have a lasting influence. Humans can observe convergence are exceedingly rare. I haven't met anyone with the ability myself, so I'm unqualified to give you an accurate appraisal. But you, Kyouma, might be one such individual. You might have the power to observe convergence. You might be the one who can guide us to a world line beyond 1% divergence, across the wall that divides attractive fields. I. Tone of Tiger's mail has suddenly changed. That'll have to be for this one, though. I am exhausted. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, from Keywii. You've been great tuning yourself. A delightful day. Goodbye.